Hello and welcome to another video of stretching and exercise advice while we're in lockdown. So the government has just announced that we can start exercising more than our normal 1 hour a day. But remember, if you are going to increase your exercise levels, to do that gradually. Do it over a week. Don't go from walking for an hour to walking for 5 hours just because you can. Build it up gradually over a week. That will really help. So with all that in mind, today we're going to tackle lower back pain and sciatica. So lower back pain, sometimes called non-specific lower back pain. It comes from sitting from long periods of time, from bad posture and increased levels of exercise. Usually there's no damage to the muscle, it's just tension and stiffness in the lower back, mostly around the QL and the lower lats, pressing on nerves in your back and then causes backache. So we want to try to release the tension there. So often with lower back pain we get something called piriformis syndrome, which leads to sciatica. So in most people, the sciatic nerve runs underneath the piriformis muscle. However, in about 15% of us, the nerve actually runs through the muscle. So they are much more susceptible to sciatica. Sciatica is caused by pressure on the sciatic nerve. So the piriformis muscle, it's this one. It runs from the top of your femur, your thigh muscle, over to the lower spine, the sacrum, and it's part of your hip flexors. Excessive pressure on that muscle from sitting, from extra exercise, causes it to tighten and it traps the sciatic nerve, which you can see is just underneath it, which leads to pain, often down into the lower leg, into the foot. Sometimes it's tingling, sometimes it's painful, sometimes you get a numbness. So what can we do to help? Okay, so firstly we're going to look at some back stretches. First one I've got here is it's a child's pose from yoga, really. So kneeling down, arms out in front of you, that opens up the spine nicely. Nice long stretch. Hold that for 20 seconds and you'll feel it start to loosen up and feel your spine start to stretch, which is really good. The same kind of thing really, we're looking at the cat and camel poses. The top one, we're hunching our back. That helps to stretch out the muscles in your lower back as well as your neck. And the lower one is the cat pose, where we're also stretching out the neck, which is really good here. So we talked about necks before, but this will help to stretch nicely as well as your lower back, and it will keep everything nice and loose, which is really what we want to do. Talking nice and loose, the standing, sort of touching the toes really. We're going to bend down, allow the body to relax, no stiffness, keep your legs straight. So you may not be able to go as far as this guy's going. He's obviously particularly flexible. Some people can only go halfway down. It doesn't matter. You need to go as far as you can. That's all. If you can't touch your toes, just let everything hang down. Let your arms hang loose, and that will help to pull the muscles apart and stretch everything in your lower back. But we do this very slowly. We don't want to go anything particularly fast. And when we come back up again, we're going to come back up slowly. We're not going to go jerk at any point, because that's going to cause us some major problems. Okay, so lastly, we're going to look at the piriformis stretch. This one's a little bit more complicated. Laying on your back, one leg over the other, and pull the other leg forward. You may not be able to go quite as far as this lady's going, but it doesn't matter really. We just want to come as far as you can. You will start to feel the stretch in your piriformis. The piriformis is really in your buttocks, so you will start to feel that stretch. Once you can feel that, hold it for 20 seconds and you'll feel great. Switch over to the other side. Remember to always do both sides, regardless of whether the pain is just one side, because we want to stretch everything nice and equal. Okay, so that's it for today. Remember that we're doing these quite regularly, or as regularly as I can. So keep up to my YouTube channel, subscribe to that, follow me on social media, and drop me a comment if you have any questions. We can also do one-to-one sessions through Zoom and Skype and whatever. So if you need any help or any advice, just ask. Thank you very much.